Hi guys, I want to read a little bit of my latest book. This is March 2024, my latest book, in case you're watching this video way in the future. Everybody wants to rule the world. And I'm not a great reader, but there's a part I want to read in it that's kind of neat in the first chapter. There's swearing involved a lot, so if you're sensitive, you have sensitive little ears, you might want to turn this video off. And if you're not familiar with my series, I guess the best way to describe a Hernandez series, I just had it up here a second ago and I lost it. Basically, it's a former I can talk, narco from Mexico comes to Canada and he tries to have a legit life. He does, to a degree, legit businesses, but he doesn't always practice in the most legit way because some habits die hard. And you'll probably see that in this chapter. Now, I'm just going to read you a little bit, and I'm going to try to read it fast because I don't want a long, drawn-out video. But basically, these guys get together. George Hernandez, he gets together various people that works with him high up in his different companies, old friends, reliable, loyalty, all that thing. These kind of people they're very strong relationships with, business-wise. And they know what he's about. And they meet once in a while, usually in the VIP room of a bar he owns, which sounds kind of shady, but it keeps things in the down low. Of course, the bar is open at night, so they have their meetings during the day in the VIP room. It's sort of just a thing that happened. And they're meeting again in this particular day. I can't talk. And I'm trying to find my part. I should have probably checked this out before I started the video. Okay, so Marco, which is his IT specialist, says, I'm not gonna read it all. I was just about to close my laptop, but I noticed something on the security camera. So he's basically talking about how he's seen somebody around George Hernandez. This is a powerful narco who would kill somebody without thinking twice, despite the fact he's legal now. Legal as in, he does things the legal way as far as the general world thinks. So, and George is like, what the fuck? He heads to the door, abruptly swinging it open. He didn't see anything at first, shaking his head. It took a moment for him to notice his tires were slashed. When he saw a pair of feet on the other side of the vehicle, Andrew tore past him, almost knocking George over in the process. Hey, motherfucker. Andrew ran around the van. A young man with blue hair rose and started to run, but he wasn't fast enough for the lanky kid to catch him. Grabbing the back of his coat with one hand, Andrew pulled him back, knocking him to the ground. What the fuck do you think you're doing? George rushed over, pulled out his gun, easing around the side of the SUV. He pointed the gun at the blue-haired young man on the ground. What the fuck are you doing? George yelled at him. You flapped my tires? The blue-haired kid raised his hands and shook his head. You know how much those fucking tires cost? Especially these days. George continued, you dumb motherfucker. Like I say, if you're not into bad language, you're probably in too deep now. Okay, do you know whose tires you just flattened? Andrew continues, the others crowded around. I didn't know you're a cop, the blue-haired boy stuttered. A cop? George snapped. You'd be so fucking lucky. Get him inside, Paige said. Let's take care of him in there. She's his wife and kind of the voice of reason. Take care of me? The blue-haired boy started to shake. What does that mean? Let it be a surprise, Diego said. Now, Diego is George's right-hand man. Chase approaches. Chase is like the big buff guy. He's younger than the rest. He's you don't mess with this guy. He used to box. Chase approached the young man, grabbed his hoodie with one hand, almost choking the kid as he pulled him inside the building with no concerns for bumps along the way. So, like, the guy, I probably didn't read it all well, was on the ground, right? So he just hauls him right in. And I ended the chapter by saying it's easy to be courageous when no one's looking, but a whole other thing when the world is watching. I'm not a great reader. And I did skip through fast. I get impatient and I want to, I don't want this video to be long. It'll take forever. So that's just a little piece, because sometimes I read right the first chapter. It's very serious, but that kind of gives you an idea what it's like. They're pretty rough at times, and that's probably one of the easier scenes. But they're people you don't mess with, and I that's what people I think like. I don't know, but I'm told by people who read my books, they like that. They like the kind of no fucking around concept, and the police and this and that. They're not into that. They are their own police. So I don't know. What do you think? Is that your kind of book? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Check out more. Go to Amazon and you can read the first chapter for free. Then you can see that I just read. And you can probably read beyond that. If I think you can read, I don't know. Just check it out. I'd rather people read it for themselves. I always say that, I'd rather you read it and see what you think before you buy the book. But anyways, guys, thank you. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Oh, I mean to say at the beginning of the video and I never do. Like, share, subscribe. I need more subscribers. No one likes me. Have a great day. Bye, guys.